It's your boy Superman 2000 coming from the fight chair. Oh man, I'm waiting for that delicious steak to get finished cook. Gonna be steak with mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh goodness. A small touch of broccoli and then some french fries. It's gonna be delicious. Washing that down with some Heineken, the last one in the fridge. Gotta pick up some oodles. Gotta get some oodles soon. Alright, this video. Now I've been thinking that division Bisping is in is one of the deadliest, most exciting division in the UFC. I mean, wow, that division is stacked with some hardcore, real deal killers. So why is Michael Bisping not fighting one of the hardcore real deal killers? He fought Hendo, who was already about to retire. The judges gave him the win. That's cool. Now he's looking to fight GSP, who's been retired for almost 3 years. So, hold on 1 second. Why not fight Luke Rockhold? Why not fight Chris Weidman? A lot of good guys still in that division. Hmm. Did Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman, Luke Rockhold. What happened to those guys? Just gonna ignore them? Like, no, no, no way in hell. What's the deal with that? Huh? Then on top of that, there's Uriah Hall. I mean, why not fight somebody who can really give a fight? So I'm trying to figure out, you know, I'm not going to accuse Bisping of running, but at this stage, like, who's he going to fight next? Matt Sierra? Huh? What's going on here? The division is deep. He needs to either put up or shut up. And even Chris Weidman is saying the same thing too. That he's disappointed in the way that the UFC is dealing with these fights, how the matches are being set up. I'm trying to figure out this thing. It's so confusing to. It's easier for me to figure out the electoral college in this election season than it is for me to figure out what the UFC is doing in terms of how they're setting these fights up. They can't protect Bisping forever. It's not gonna. They can't protect him forever. He is gonna have to get his boxing right, or start fighting some of these real serious guys, and stop hiding behind these, like, I mean, like, I have no idea what's going on. I really want to see Bisping come out and fight some really quality fighters. I'm not saying not fighting quality fighters, but I want to see him fighting some people who are the. I take that back. All the fighters are the real deal, but I want to see him fighting some of the top contenders in the division. That's what I want to see. Even if he's not fighting the number one guy, at least fight somebody who got some skills, who's gonna give a run for the money. You know, I'm happy GSP is coming back, which is absolutely great. But I'm just not feeling the GSP Bisping fight. There's other guys in line who deserve a title shot, who should be able to fight and get a shot at the belt. This idea of randomly just saying, okay, this is the fight, that's the fight, that's the fight, that's what's going to work. I mean, it sells pay per views for some of the division, but it's not going to work all the time. Fans want to see consistency. They want to see people making some good fights. Ronda Rousey's coming back. All of a sudden, she get a title shot off the break. Then she's singing that song. Oh, this is my last fight. I'm gonna retire. After I retire, what I'm gonna do is do acting. Blah blah blah. This is the last one. So if it's the last one, why is she getting a title shot? So it's almost as if, okay, they're gonna bring her back. Then whoever the current champion is now, they're gonna try and use her to establish the current champion. But what if she beats the current champion? What happens then? Under the UFC contract, she's obligated to defend the belt. Is she gonna win the belt, then retire, and then, hey, it's another interim belts for everyone? Is that what's gonna happen? After she quit, or after take a long time to defend the belt, there's gonna be an interim champion. Then she's gonna give up the title, and the interim champion becomes a real champion. And it's just like, man, if I was a new owner in the UFC, I want to put fights together that sell, but at the same time, I want to put fights together that I know make absolutely good sense. Now, here's my question: why not have Conor McGregor fight Anthony Pettis? Whoa! I would buy that. That's a real fight I would buy. Won't be a title shot, but it would be a good fight in the division towards him working his way up to getting a title shot. I would spend money and buy that. That's a good fight. Then you can strip him of the title and have Jose Aldo fight Max Holloway. All right? Have Jose Aldo fight Max Holloway. Then afterwards, fight somebody else in the division. You know? That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. I think UFC should hire me to do the matchups because that would be a good matchups. Conor McGregor versus Anthony Pettis. That's a really good matchup. That's something I would love to see that. But knowing Dana White, that's probably not gonna happen. Don't want to put the cash cow at stake. I get that. I get that. So now comes the next issue. I know I'm rambling on, but bear with me. The point is coming. It's coming. Now we have Cyborg and the 145 division. So it's troubling because everybody's saying, "Oh, UFC shouldn't be building the 145 division around Cyborg." But logically, think about it: who is gonna get the belt, dominate, and be a long-term champion? Cyborg is a beast. I mean, if I had my choice of between fighting Conor McGregor and Cyborg, like I said before, I would go with Conor McGregor because the pants that he wear are so tight. I probably could take him out. He could probably get to the ground and can wrestle. He only wear comfortable stuff when he's in the ring. But Cyborg, I mean, if Cyborg hit you one time, you're going down. She's an animal. I don't want none of that. I'd rather fight Rampage Jackson before I fight Cyborg. That's how scared of that chick I am. So you just know they got me building the division around Cyborg, and the problem, the reason why I bring it up as an issue is that you cannot build a division around fighters because what happens is that when the fighters lose or become injured, that becomes problematic. What you really have to do division is to build a division around the organization and around the brand. No, you don't have a face to represent that. Just have the division, everybody in the division to represent what's going on in terms of the activity, who's fighting and that type of stuff, and have it like it's like what Bellator is doing. There's no one single person in Bellator that represents the organization or division. It's all about the belt and the tournaments. So no one superstar can lock down anything for them. The show keeps going no matter what. Now the way UFC is doing it, if Conor McGregor or any other superstar decide, hey, you know what, I don't feel like fighting today, or I need this, I need that, and start making demands, the UFC is gonna have to capitulate and meet those demands because guess what? They've built the division around this guy. He's a cash cow. He's a superstar. If Conor McGregor wakes up tomorrow and say, "Hey, listen, Dana White, I want 200 white M&Ms, 400 green M&Ms, 6 brown M&Ms, and I want 13,000 purple M&Ms, separate bags, delivered to me by 2 of the New York Rockets, and also by one person from the movie Luke Cage, the star. Within 24 hours, or I'm not gonna fight." The UFC will gladly do it. That's the most unreasonable demand I can think of because I'm a fairly simple guy. I have everything I already need, but that's the most unreasonable demand I can think of. UFC will do it. So when you start making the division be about the individuals and not the organization or not the level of competition, that these guys put out or how intense the competition is, it becomes. Uh, uh, Sorry, guys. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I've been up all night watching fights. If I'm rambling on, please forgive me. It becomes about the individual and the individual star power and not about the organization and what the organization is able to do and how it's able to promote. In other words, it's not about skill. It's not about fans saying, hey, this guy lost, but guess what? He's still skillful. I like the competition. I like what I saw. I like the display. I like how the talent was. I liked how it worked out. I like how they went through the full range of motion. I like the ground game, the kick, the blocks. It's not about the quality of the fighting anymore or people displaying a high level of martial arts. No, it's just about, hey, let's hook up some fights, let's get something fixed up, and let's make what we get fixed up work, and let's get to sell a few tickets. Let's bring the fans in. Let's get them excited. That's what it's becoming about. It's kind of like the Washington Redskins when they paid all that money for Deion Sanders, knowing at that point he was washed up. He was just gonna go on and put seats in the butts in the seats, and then run on the field and run off the field. Same thing with Albert Hainsworth. They paid a boatload of money for him, and he was injured, only played a couple of times. That's what I'm talking about. It's about getting the fans excited and putting butts in the seats, and less about building a quality good organization. And that's where it becomes problematic. You want to build a quality good organization with quality good fights. Now that's what Bellator is doing. It may take them longer, but they're actually doing it in strides. They're actually attracting good, high quality fighters. They got Ben Henderson. You know you're good when you got Big Ben. You got Phil. They got Phil Davis. They're starting to slowly get quality fighters and stack their division. And not only that, some of the guys that come over from the UFC, when they come over, they're running across guys who are just as skillful and just as talented as them. If you recently saw that fight with Patricio Pitbull and Big Ben Henderson, you see that Patricio Pitbull caught his kick, the liver kick, and then punched Big Ben down two times. I mean, the fight was really exciting. Patricio unfortunately lost the fight because he did a low leg kick. Henderson checked the kick and fractured, I think it's the fibula bone of Patricio, and then that injury caused him to have to pull out of the fight mid-fight. Henderson was upset, and that's understandable. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you continue to build good, solid divisions based on skill and talent, you'll attract fans that are more serious about your organizations, that will continue to grow your business, that will long term be more loyal to the product you're selling. But if you keep doing these hype things and the fans understand, hey, it's all about the pay per view, not the quality of the fight, at some point they're gonna get tired. Like that fight that's coming up with Conor McGregor, Eddie Alvarez. Am I gonna spend money and buy it? I don't think so. Let me take that back because I just might. I like the card. I just might. But some of these cards that's coming up in the UFC, the Ronda Rousey card, am I gonna spend money and buy that? I don't think so. For right now, I'm not feeling that. If I don't buy the New York card, then that's fine. I can watch it on YouTube later, or I could just stay up and just read the live blog. So it all depends. But I'm seeing to where the sport is starting to become almost like like wrestling. There's no objectivity in the fight matching. There's no objectivity from the way the judges are judging. The 10 point system suck. So I guess my frustration comes from the fact that the matchups aren't being done right. That's number one. And number two, in the case of Conor McGregor, yes, he has the star power to bring the fans out to buy the tickets. But you know what happened when you build the organization around one individual? If that individual doesn't fight, then no tickets get sold by the people who like him. So if he has a following that's gonna buy tickets specifically to see him fight, and he's not fighting, you're not gonna sell tickets. You always wanna be selling tickets, no matter who is fighting. You wanna have the people excited about your event, and you wanna have people excited about your price point. That's the point I'm making. They keep building these things around specific divisions and specific people. Wrestling, WWE and WWF wrestling is fake. Yes, but they don't build the event and what they're doing around one specific individuals. They built around multiple individuals. So every fight's exciting. Everything is great. Monday Night Raw. If they're in your town, you're gonna come see it. If you don't see one big superstar, you're gonna see the next big superstar. It's all gonna be great. You're guaranteed to be excited and entertained. I'm like 15 minutes into the video. But the whole point I'm making, so I don't go too long, is that hey, stop building the division around individual fighters. Build the division around the organization. Educate the fans so they can know that hey, you're bringing the best and the most talented fighters and take specific skill sets. Otherwise, the pay-per-view model is gonna fail for the UFC, and the new owners are gonna be pissed off. That's what 2 cents from the fight here. Peace out. Hope I didn't talk too long, guys. Peace out.